This business is very emotional. When I hear people say, oh, the deal fell through, whatever, I'm like, do you know how much emotion went into that from the buyer's side? You don't dress for where you are, you dress for where you want to be. So I literally was like wearing full-blown suits with tall boots or heels and everything matching since I started working. You want to look as though you're a professional. You're pulled together, you're going to put an offer together, you know what's going on. Showing up and looking pulled together is a huge thing. You get a lot of credibility just from that.
Welcome to a new episode of Real Estate vs. Technology. I'm your host, Norman Kinsey. Super excited behind the scenes. We've got the one and only Jen. What's up, Jen? Are you back there?
Hi, yeah, I'm here.
Awesome. How's your morning?
It's pretty good. Got my second cup of matcha. Shout out to Red Sun Tea.
Shout out.
It is good. We're feeling good today. How are you guys?
Doing amazing. We just actually had some matcha with our guest today. Super excited to introduce who they are. And we got Gena. We also have her triple threat, who she will introduce. And I'm super excited because Jen actually is the one who introduced us to Gena. I want to get her on the podcast. And then Jen's like, hey, let's talk strategy. She has awesome systems, processes behind the scenes. You want to talk about if this, then that. Like if someone gives you a follow on Instagram, she's sending out automatic messages with videos, super proactive. We have the one and only Gena on Real Estate vs. Technology. Welcome to the show. And who did you bring with you last minute? She sends me an email and she's like, I got to send I want someone on the show. She's a triple threat. She's awesome. She's a part of what I'm throwing down. I'm like, okay, sure. So who do you have with us today?
Oh my gosh, first off, thank you for having me.
Of course.
So excited to be on your show. And secondly, I really wanted to bring Lindsey Johnson because she is a triple threat.
Oh, we got that too.
Not only is she underwriter, loan officer, she's a realtor as well. So
wow.
I'm really super blessed to have amazing people around me. I always say amazing people, but really amazing women I like to build up because, it's always been the good old boys club and we want to make it the good old girls club.
Let's go.
That's right.
One deal at a time.
One deal at a time. So Lindsey and I work very closely together on the loan side and the loan side, underwriting, mortgage. But now that she's a realtor, we are going to be working together from every single angle. So of course she needed to be here because such a big part of what we're building together. And I'm sure we'll build a team in time. Yeah. We just want all our processes down so that when we do bring people on, we just have our way of doing it and we can prove that it's successful. So
Yes. Let's go. We'll get into the triple threat, how they double team and help and work with one another. I know that starting off with Gena and a little bit of your story, so they have your backstory. I know you started off in the mortgage world, and I remember you had, even before that, you had a sour taste in your mouth as far as what got you into the industry in general. You want to give our viewers and listeners a little enlightenment as far as how you even got into this industry?
Sure. I made pretty good money really early on. Okay. Like when I was 18, I feel like I've been working since I popped out of the womb, but I love it. I like money. I want to learn about everything. Anyway, I met a realtor in the early 90s on a plane. And she was like, oh, you want to buy a house? I'm like, yes. So when we got back from our trip, we met at the Biltmore at a place called Coffee Plantation. That is not even there anymore.
Want.
And want. Great place, great pastries, but it's gone. So she shows up and I'm ahead of time. I get her a pastry, get her a coffee. I'm sitting down. I'm so excited. And she says, how much can you afford to buy? And I'm like, well, I don't know. And she gets up, grabs her briefcase, and is like, well, when you figure that out, give me a call. I'll find you a house.
What the heck?
I was like 19. I mean, I was making a decent $80,000 a year. And I just was like oblivious to the process. And I'm thinking, you're a realtor lady. Aren't you supposed to help me with all those? And so when she did that, I was like, this is a hassle. Why do I need a house? So it took me another 10 years to actually buy. But when I bought, I found the house myself online. I called a friend's wife that was a brand new realtor Amy Angelo.
Oh,
And I called him and I was just
Lindsay's like, I know that person.
Yeah, I was like, dude, have your wife meet me over at the models. I found it online last night at 2 a.m. If I like it in person, I'm going to buy it. She can just rep me and make the money.
Boom.
So, yep. So she came, held my hand through the whole thing, and I used the builder's lender. And they were a little bit of a nightmare back then because, but builder lenders are really great right now. And we work with a lot of builder lenders.
Yes. Okay.
And we're like the fallout lender for all these builders that can't get it done. Yeah. So it's
good to know.
Amazing. Yeah. But I got into it because I literally am very A-type personality. I'm sure you can't imagine that. But all these people
Not at all.
out there who aren't A-type personalities, how the hell are they buying?
Yes.
No one explains to people what a credit score is. No one explains to people like, hey, you're probably paying more rent than you are if you would have gotten a home right now.
Yes.
And hey, you probably have a 401k you can take 50% of. Boom, make that your down payment, ask a seller for closing costs, turn around and pay yourself back pre-tax through your paycheck and have something that you're building equity in. So
come on. Let's go.
Yes.
That's a win.
Yes, it's a total win. So really just the educational dissemination and disparity out there is crazy, right? I mean, not everyone has parents with a trust fund. They're like, honey, I set you up. You have 6 homes, like they don't have the information. So for me personally, I get a total high over teaching someone all that.
Let's go.
Yeah, I was on the phone till 10:04 last night with the cutest couple that, I mean, there's a 17-year spread between these two.
Oh, wow.
She's older, he's younger, and they both sounded like kids, but I have their loan app. So, and I'm like,
what?
Yeah, I'm like, hey, kids. And then I thought I shouldn't be calling them kids. I don't know. So I go to the first page of the app and I was like, oh, dang, you're my age. And then I look at his and I'm like, wow, I was a junior when you were born. I'm like, 17-year spread. Go, girl.
Yeah.
And he was like, she knew a good thing when she saw me. So anyway, all of that to say.
Let's go.
Yeah, one of them is 56. One of them is in his early 40s, and they were like, no one's ever taught us this before.
Wow.
We are so grateful for you. I do a lot of work with realtors, even though I am a realtor, because my background is in lending. And these clients were like, oh my God, thank you so much. No one has ever talked to us about this. And our realtors told us you were a beast. I started choking. I just taken a drink of something. I'm like, a beast? Okay, I'll take that as a compliment. But it was kind of funny. I'm like, whether we get you a home in 30 days or 12 months, we will get you there. Just trust me.
Yes.
In the process, right?
Wow. Dude.
But it does make me think, like, real estate, we make way more money, right? 3%, 2.5%, whatever that is. And with a background in lending, we have to stop people from buying cars and furniture and all the things in that 30-day process, right? And we do it all for like 1%. It's like brain surgery. Yeah, brain
Sometimes
surgery.
it feels that way.
Oh my God, it's horrific on the back end. And from a real estate standpoint, and I'm not trying to knock real estate at all because I love it, you're like Julie the tour guide. Like, hey, what can you afford? I get that from the mortgage person, which is usually me.
Yeah.
And then I go out and find them what they need, right? And you're like, which model do you like? This one, this one, or this one? Great. Sign here.
Yes.
And get 3%. Show up, take pictures with them, do all the hype, go to their signing, do a closing party for them.
Yeah.
It's so much more my personality in terms of like, just hype girl.
Yeah.
Than the mortgage, but I have the mortgage background. And so I haven't done a lot of mortgage lately. So last night when I got on the phone with these guys, I was like, I really dig helping people from that aspect. And I make a third of the money, but the self-satisfaction of taking someone who's 56 who does not know how to manage their credit score, and her partner and getting them there, there's so much satisfaction in that.
Yeah.
And I wish I could say I want to be like, selling Sunset and be 102 pounds with double D's and wear 5-inch heels. But I'm not that girl. I'm 56. I'm 56. I'm fluffy. I have 87 hairs on my head. I wear a hat almost most days. Like, you just have to be yourself authentically.
Amen. Amen.
Yeah.
100%. That's you. That's Gena.
But
That is Gena.
Yeah. And,
to her core.
And you just have to be that person, because guess what? There are more of us out there than there are those 102-pound beauties. And I'm not knocking them either at all. I'm just saying I'm never going to be that girl.
Yeah.
But I think that's what, for me, that's what hypes me up and keeps me in this industry. And I probably will never retire. Why?
I love that.
We build a team that people can do stuff when you're out of town and take care of the client and give them an exceptional experience, so that you are doing their friends, their neighbors, their kids, kids. You do that business long term. You're not just in it for the transaction. You are in it for the relationship.
Yes.
And it is like having an attorney that knows all your stuff, or a doctor that's dealt with you forever. Because we don't have to go back and totally rebuild a file.
Oh, 100%. I love the fact that you, speaking of the process, like I love how you like to educate first. And I think that anyone viewing and listening, like education from a video standpoint is so smart. Like let's educate with YouTube or social media on the buy process, the sell process, getting pre-qualified. What does that look like? I know that Lindsey, now with your triple threat, you do things a little bit differently as far as how you get the deal ready from the beginning. So how many of all of you out there, if you're listening and you're had a transaction that fell through, how do you tie in, Lindsey, with that process? And tell us a little bit of your backstory. How'd you get into real estate?
Absolutely. So I have been in mortgage lending for 24 years.
Oh, wow. Congrats.
Thank you. I started off, I got into processing and ended up being an underwriter. I've underwritten for 20 years.
Wow.
So I got all my certifications. There's all different types of programs that you have to do. And I loved the finding a yes solution. Okay, so you get guidelines. We all know we have to abide by certain things, but how can we fit the square box into the round hole? Right?
Yes.
It's hard.
She's a master.
It's hard sometimes.
Wow.
I like to say I'm a problem solver.
Okay.
I don't like to be told no, because it's not a no, it's a how. How can I make this happen?
Okay.
With a lot of our clients, it's not a no now, but 30 days may not be ready. But in 90 days, this is how we can get you there.
Ooh.
So that's one of my strengths.
Yeah.
I'm very good at finding a structure that will work. And everybody's situation's different. Are you relocating? Are you downsizing? Are you now an empty nester?
Yes.
Or vice versa. Now you've got a growing family. We need more space. How can we go ahead and we accommodate that? So from a lending aspect, I review all of our team stuff up front. So with my background, knowing how to go ahead and get a deal approved.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, we need to be able to get you approved, get you through underwriting. In any of those hiccups that could potentially come, I see them up front. So I go ahead and I troubleshoot them up front. So when we actually go under contract and we find that home, it's already been taken care of. Nobody has to deal with it because we've already done it.
Super smart.
So that's what we do within our team. And
it works.
We're pretty successful
really well.
at it.
Wow.
And now, I've been working with Gena for over 3 years now.
Oh, wow.
And we work side by side when she is doing her open houses. Like I'll go as her lender, and we've built this team together, and we know how each other works. And she's like, "You need to get your real estate license." She's like, "You're doing it all anyways. Come and be my full partner. Let's work this together."
Wow.
So we give all of our clients the best of both sides of it. So I went ahead and I did that. I got my real estate license.
Oh, congratulations. Let's go.
So, which was great. And now we're hitting the road running.
That's awesome. And it sounds like less limitations, because now you could do everything front to back, and there's nothing you can't be said or can be said because you are licensed throughout the whole process, which is awesome. I know you're leaving in October, so then you have her back and vice versa, which is huge, because even though you could do everything, I think that shows for viewers and listeners out there, it's like, yeah, Gena can do everything, but she wants to share the wealth with Lindsey. It's better to have two minds than one, right? And like same thing with us, our sponsors Lift Off Asia. I'd rather have multiple teams and give everyone a piece of the pot instead of it just be like, oh, all me. Like, no, like, hey, what's up, Jen? Let's go, you know? So it makes a huge difference. So congratulations on that, because I think a lot of individuals out there, like, they will buy something, you know, within the 30-day time period and the deal falls through. Or the one box wouldn't get checked. And then it's like, oh my God, we totally 30 days later, you know, and then that looks horrible on Gena, especially if you're on the front end as a realtor, you're like, oh.
Yes. And that's as a realtor, even as a lender, right?
Yeah.
When I have my lender hat on and I'm dealing with another realtor, I don't ever want to make them think they're getting paid in 30 days. And then they don't on the 11th hour because someone comes back and is like, oh, their debt to income's off. Like these big box banks, I'm not talking smack, but like they give a pre-approval out in like 15 minutes. I'm like,
wow.
You didn't even look at their debt to income fully. You didn't get tax returns. And people don't know what they make. It's the weirdest thing, but you ask them and they have no idea. So
really,
we don't give out pre-approvals like it's just, you know, a piece of paper. If you're getting a pre-approval from us, we've ran it through DU. We know any snake bites that could happen, and we fix them up front.
Wow.
So as an agent and a loan officer, I'm super confident when I'm out there selling, I will get your deal done, period, end of story. If I can't, no one's getting it done. So it really is a
Let's
confidence.
go.
Yeah, it's a confidence lifter, and the agents we deal with, you know, they know that. You know that it's going to get done if it's out of the box and quirky and weird.
Yeah.
We have, from the lending side, we have all those contacts, you know, and we can position them. So I don't know, it makes the girl feel real good out there selling.
Yes. Yes. Well, I have to say, like, I could tell, you know, we talked about it before we got on the air about how it's not just about numbers. Like, it's just another number here. Like, you actually care. And it makes such a big difference where you're like, yeah, okay, I could just get the 1% on the lending side, but I care more so. So it's like, yeah, I'm not getting that extra 2%, but I'm getting like 5% because I'm getting like that emotional boost.
Yes.
And feeling like, you know, it's like, that's legacy. Like, people forget what you said and did, but they won't forget the way you made them feel.
Yes.
You know, which is a huge different process where, you know, you met Jen, you met me, podcast my side, Lift Off Agent her side, and then now you're here. We're having tea time, we're hanging out.
Yeah.
The guy's banging upstairs doing the construction work, you know, you're meeting my wife, you know, it's a different vibe.
Yeah.
And I think that's where like the magic happens.
100% that's where it is.
You know? Like,
Yeah.
I love that.
I mean, this business is very emotional. So when I hear people say, oh, the deal fell through, whatever, I'm like, do you know how much emotion went into that from the buyer's side? They are out there, they see their family in this home, they've showed their kids are imagining where they're going to school, and their deal falls apart because you're using a lender that doesn't know shit from Shinola that gave you a pre-qual in 2 seconds, or you're using a realtor that doesn't know how to negotiate and put you in the best light to win the deal, and do all those little things like respond to them automatically, respond to them quickly, figure out what their best communication style is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're not emailing a doctor. A doctor is on their phone. They're texting you. All those little idiosyncrasies that really matter in our industry that a lot of people just don't get.
Yeah.
You know?
100%. And how did you two meet? I'm curious. What was like the catalyst of like
we ended up meeting at VIP Mortgage, like the group of guys that we work for that are kind of the umbrella to our division of Upland Mortgage, which is it's a separate division under VIP where we run our own stuff. We're like, we have our own logo. We just do things differently, right? We have our own nucleus of how we do things.
Wow.
They knew that bringing in someone up front to underwrite everything would differentiate us. And then they brought Lindsey on, and I'd been there, I don't know, maybe 2 or 3 weeks before they brought her on. And right when she came in, I'm like, what's up, girl? I don't know. We just like
hit it off.
We hit it off immediately.
Yeah.
And that was that.
Wow.
That was that. It was like one day of just shooting the shit, and we were like, thick as thieves.
I love that. You know, sometimes you know, right? It doesn't
Right,
even
no.
take much time. I'm curious. So, getting a little more to the personal side for Gena, like, how did you get like your ensemble, your hats, like your clothes? Like, you just always come like, like brand, right? When you think about logos and stuff like that or colors, like, yeah, it's a part of the brand, but like the way you put yourself together, like you were talking about, like the bow ties and like the suspenders that I wear, or like the colored hair, it's like something that differentiates you. Like, was it always that you always was just like well put together, or?
I had a mom since I came out of the womb that was like, what's going on with your nails? Is your nail chipped? You better get in there and paint it or take the nail polish off. And she would always say, you don't dress for where you are, you dress for where you want to be. So I literally was like wearing full blown suits with tall boots or heels and everything matching since I started working because of my mom.
Wow,
then-
shout out moms.
Yeah, my mom's the bomb. But she always was like, you dress for your body style. Like, I do not have a license to be wearing a thong back bikini. And you're not going to catch me in one. But I will wear the cutest one piece with an accessorized skirt and the heels and whatever. Just dress for your body.
Let's go.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you don't have to wear what's in. What's in is what fits your body and makes you feel amazing, right?
Yeah.
So I'm just not stuck on being a size 2. I'm more like put a 1 in front of the 2, a size 12.
It's good,
But
whatever.
whatever. But 1 month I might be a size 14 and 1 month I might be a size 12. I don't care. Just put it on, feel confident, and walk into a room like you own it. Because if you don't, someone else will.
Ooh, let's do that one.
Shout out Rose Joplin.
Shout out. It's so true. It's it's like the kind of the fake it till you make it. But I do like the idea of dressing the way you wish to, like what you wish to achieve or how you like to emote or where you want to go. Like, that's so smart, and why not give yourself a little extra boost? Because that's something like the hat people are going to remember. Like the things that they're going to remember. It's like people forget what you said and did, but they won't forget you made them feel. But then it's crazy how just clothes can make someone feel some type of way, but it's so true. And then you can see the intention that you put forth with every single thing, like the heart on here with the heart on here. And then even the H with your watch. It's like, you could see it, and the shoes match the purse. And it's like, okay, I see you, girlfriend.
Did you see their snakeskin on this hat?
And the snakeskin on the hat.
No, we just went.
I love it.
Or my brother's getting married, and she'll be my sister-in-law. So we're in our 50s. We're not going to Vegas and dancing on tables and getting trashed. But we just went to that ranch hats in Old Town, and we created the hats and picked every little thing, and then we branded it.
I love it.
And it was just a fun thing because
I love
obviously I love hats. But thank you for the compliments. That's
of course. Nice. It's just little things like that I think that, like, if you know, you know. And I don't know, like, if you go to a house that's like 2+ or 5+ million, it's the details. You know what I'm saying? It's like you could tell that someone's really paying attention to the details and how things match and how things work. And I think that it just shows a lot about who you are, because then you're really like being deliberate about the way you're showing up, the way you want other people's to feel, the way you are showing up. And then it's fun when like people give those compliments or say certain things, and you're like, I'm on the right track. Yes, like this worked today, or like, I'm going to do more of this because of the fact that someone said something. So kudos. No, I just
thank you. Well, I think everything we do in life builds us up, right?
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to say something crazy, but I was a Mary Kay sales director in my 20s.
Yeah, she was. She got the car.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I won it in 3 months because I was like, what do I need to do to get that? And it was simple. It was like, recruit 12 people, do $4,000 3 months in a row. And I was like, well, show me how I do it. And they were like, well, this is how you do it. I'm like, at the end of the day, I just need 12 friends.
Yeah.
With some money,
yeah,
credit card to order this product, and then I get a free car. Like, it wasn't even a car I wanted, right? It was like a Pontiac Grand Am, the burgundy color ones. You get that first, and then you get a pink Grand Prix, and then you get a pink Cadillac. Back then, I think they do SUVs now. Who knows?
Yeah.
But from that experience, it was always like, you need to look impeccable every day. Your makeup needs to be impeccable. You have to have a pair of pantyhose on and an extra pair in your glove box. So you just learn from like, look pulled together.
Yeah.
I mean, you're not going to take beauty advice from someone that can't even put their hair together or their face. And I don't even, you know what? I don't even really wear makeup.
Yeah.
And I won the car without wearing it because I'm just lazy. I don't know. I'm half Filipino. My skin was good. I didn't really have to use a product.
Already blessed.
But yeah. But people would be like, "Oh my God, your skin's so fabulous. I want what you have." And I'm like, "Okay, you want to be half Filipino? I don't know." But I think it's all those things that build, right? Like dress where you want to be, come into the room like you give a shit. That's what my mom used to say. And that's true even today. Like sometimes, again, not bashing other realtors, but you are representing your client on the biggest purchase of their life. Do not show up in flip-flops and leggings with a ponytail and a hat with sweat all over it. I mean, unless you just came from the gym and you're just showing them last second. But you want to look as though you're a professional. You're pulled together. You're going to put an offer together. You know what's going on.
Yes.
And it is like a little bit of fake it till you make it, right? But I think showing up and looking pulled together is a huge thing. You get a lot of credibility just from that.
Yes.
And as we all know, a lot of it online is people look amazing on a website or online, but you meet them in person and sometimes it doesn't match. You're like, you're that person?
Like, wait, what?
Wait, what?
Yes.
So, but it's as simple as that as well. Right?
Yeah, it's like the headshot. You know, it's like you haven't updated the headshot in 30 years.
Yeah.
Like, no disrespect to anyone out there who's listening who's, you know, in the business.
That just blew my headset back because I know. Because there is a realtor, I'm not going to bring her name up, but she's been in the business probably 70 years. And her headshot's probably from when she was 30. So when she shows up with the client, they're like, is this your grandma?
Yeah.
Oh
my.
Like, I think your headshot's good for about 5 years. I'm due. We're both due.
Yeah.
But you want people to know it's you when you walk up.
Oh,
right?
most definitely.
Yeah. My people feel that's the big thing about being online and putting yourself out there, no matter what you look like. I'm always shooting video in the car.
Yep.
Sometimes I do have a ball cap on. I have something on. But they know who you are and they feel like they know you. Why do you think the Kardashians sell so much? People will buy whatever they put out there because they feel like they're connected to them because they show every part of their life. And that is something that's built before you even get there.
Very true.
And that's how we connected too.
Yeah.
I mean, you literally were like watching stories, seeing what's going on, commenting on the stories, coming here. I'm dyslexic, said the wrong address. You're like pulling records on me. Making sure you go to the right location. Like, holy cow. Like
these addresses make no sense. I bet you it's 1341, not 14, because that's something I would do. I'm like, he's dyslexic like me.
We're pretty connected here somehow, some way. And this is a new relationship here. And Jen, you're really connected with us too with this whole situation. This is so interesting.
I know. It was crazy. But I'm grateful because we are using this. I don't want to say it's a downtime because I'm doing a lot of new build business, right?
Yeah.
Like anybody who wants to buy right now as a first-time home buyer, call me first. Don't walk in alone. But you want to, new builds are great because these builders have bought the rate down so far.
Oh, big time. Yeah.
That, you're getting such a sweet deal. A lot of people would pay less than they're paying in rent, have their own brand new house.
Yeah.
Yep.
Granite, washer, dryer, refrigerator, whole house blinds, front yard done, and they bought your rate down to like 2.99, sometimes 3.75 fixed for 30. You're not getting that opportunity again.
No.
We're never going to
Nowhere
see the
else.
rates we saw during COVID. That was a fluke, right?
Yeah, it was.
But we are on the mortgage side a little bit of a slower time because people are like, oh my God, rates are in the sevens, which isn't even bad, by the way. Yeah. And you just marry the house, date the rate, and we refinance you later. But
exactly.
While we're in this slower
Get a roommate.
period, and get a roommate. Yeah. Sure. But while we're in this slower period, we are just drilling down all of our processes. And so when you came up in my Instagram feed, I was like, yes, I'll go do the podcast because obviously everyone should be doing podcasts.
Here we are.
Yeah, to fall in love with their own story, learn, meet new people. But with all of that, your solution to what I was looking for, which is a website, and not just a website landing page like a lot of people have, but one that does all the things, funnels, the this, the that would be a really great solution for not only our real estate clients, but lending because we do everything. And then it just was like kismet. When I talked to you on the phone, I talked to Jen, I was like, let's do this.
Yeah.
And to me, because you're here in Arizona, I felt more of a connection to that than the other two big website places that I felt like I would just be giving.
Not dropping any names.
No company names, not dropping any names. Even though they just drop all the celebrity names, I'm like, whatever.
Yeah, they definitely pull that card.
They do. And I'm like, they probably gave those celebrities free everything.
Oh, of course.
Just so they can get their name out there. But I just felt a connection. I felt that you were genuine. I felt Jen was genuine. And I was like, we're going to put our money where our mouth is, and we're going to go down this path with you. And, when it works, then we're going to amplify that even more, and we're going to get all of our team and agents on it, and we're going to go from there. So,
and then you'll not only get ROI from the actual services itself, but you'll get then referral partnership program opportunities where that could be extra income, where then we'll pay you back, and then eventually you'll just be like free.
If it's free, it's for me.
And I just want to say, to go to the point we were talking about earlier about like how you dress, like now we'll get the opportunity to take how you dress and how you look and amplify it online and build a platform and a website and everything. So then it's all cohesive.
Yeah, I'm so tickled pink about it. I can't
love
tell
that.
you, because that's where everyone is, right? Everyone's doom scrolling all day long. So to be able to have that kind of a solution where they can just find all the things immediately is fantastic, right?
Yes.
Like for probably a decade now, when you're on Instagram and they're like, see what your zodiac sign says or whatever. And you answer all these questions, and at the end it emails you what you are. I don't even know why people do it, but we go down that rabbit hole every day.
Is that you?
Yeah. Yes, it's me, definitely. So I always felt like if we did that, where you're like, where do you want to live? Do you want a new life? Do you want a new adventure? And you answer all the questions like, do you like to bike to restaurants? Do you like your bank close? Do you like a grocery store or a Sprouts or whatever? And everything they would click would lead them on the back end to specific neighborhoods that would match what they do, right?
Yes.
Yep. And then that would give us a vibe before we even met them, really.
Yes.
Like, okay, I know what you like. And then we could put a list together. Like, that's the kind of geek I am. I'm like, I want to know up front.
You need to talk to Smith about this then. Because Smith, so the only limitations that we have, the sponsor of our show, or the Real Estate First Technology, sponsors of Soft Agent, FYI, is our customers. So like whatever your imagination can imagine, we can put that together. And like, that's what we want to do. Like, we don't want to make some of those other companies who are like, yeah, we're the best, blah, 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 website company. And the next thing you know, they're like building an app and doing this and doing all this other stuff. It's like, why don't you focus on like the core thing you're doing? And that's a great idea. That's super smart.
We talked about this probably 2 years ago. We started thinking about this, like how can we put this together?
Yes.
That, you answer 5 or 6 questions and these are what's important to you, and it just drills into whether it's in Gilbert or it's in Mesa or it's in Scottsdale, and we go and we target that area because these are the things that are important.
I love that. And that's a really good, like, that could be an ad, that could be a social post, that could be a YouTube video, and they go through interactive form that shows them the area, and then you go deeper, where then you have like, you have the videos about the area, you have the guides about the area, right? And so we already, that's part of what we're doing anyways. See, this is getting exciting.
It's really exciting.
Wow. You might be, if you're listening or viewing, because you're on YouTube, you're going to get the first here. I think this is going to be the first that we're going down this process and doing this. And that's one thing that's fun that I think a lot of people, like a lot of companies out there that want to serve our industry, they forget that like, if you try to go too wide and you don't go deep enough, you miss this. You know what I'm saying? And that's where it's like, when you talk about what we're wearing, and then like, oh, people like comment and they say things, and you're like, oh, I'm on the right track. Or like, has anyone ever read a book and you're like reading a book and you're like, oh my God, like I'm already doing that. Like, yes, it just gives you that, like that sense of like, I'm on the right track.
Yes.
So I'm excited to see how it all comes together and the final product. This is exciting.
We've talked about it because I'm such a geek about that. We talked about it, and then even at our company, you're like, oh, let's get our, I don't even know what you call them. Let's get our programmer, app person, blah, 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 and that. And it never happened, right? And then I didn't tell a bunch of realtors about it when I was a mortgage banker. My realtors that are really high net worth. I'm not telling them because they're going to go do it. And then all of a sudden I'm like, that's my idea.
Yeah.
You know, but now we're talking about it because now we have the resources and we can make this happen,
Yeah.
which would be fantastic, right? Like, I'd love that to be a button on our
Absolutely.
website or in our app where they're just like, let's get your, what's your lifestyle vibe, or we're going to call it something like that. And then like, I don't know. And they push the button and they go down the thing and they're like, here's what it came up. It's McCormick Ranch, or it's Agritopia, or
Never
whatever.
heard of that before. You're like,
Yeah.
whoa. And then you look at the houses and you're like, oh my God, this is my vibe. Oh my God, I can afford this.
You can afford this.
Exactly.
That's super smart. I like that better than going from the perspective, because so I was in California, went on YouTube. I was moved here 5 years ago. And I was like, just kind of thinking, because my wife already had her mom out here. She was born in Tucson. And so she's technically a native. And that's when I was like going down the YouTube rabbit hole. And I wanted to find out about parks and schools and restaurants. And, you know, all you have is like Gilbert, Chandler, Mesa, Phoenix. So you're like, okay. So I started with that. And then I was like looking at growth rate, crime rate, like development. And they're like, oh, Gilbert, great for raising a family. Next Scottsdale, right? They have a huge construction going on downtown, hopefully very soon. And that's how I came to find this, instead of reverse engineering it and saying, this is the things that I like and want, and then being served the area.
Yes.
That's very interesting.
'Cause
Completely
you're doing
different.
all the work. The realtor should do that, but most realtors don't.
They don't do any of that, really.
No. They're just like, what can you afford? Okay,
Yes.
tell me when you find a house on
Yes.
Zillow and I'll take you.
Yes.
I think that being able to sit down with them in a discovery, like, I want to see your pre-approval, and then I'm going to call your lender and see how real it is if I'm not your lender.
Yeah.
And then
Talk to Lindsey, make sure that we cross the T's, dot the I's, deals aren't falling apart here.
right, that's right. I'm like, I'm going to have to send your pre-approval to our in-house person
Yes.
to make sure it's solid.
Yeah.
Because we're not going to be out there in 118-degree heat. You fell in love with the house.
Hell no, girlfriend.
Nope. Not up
not
in
happening.
here.
Nope.
But I just think that portion puts you in so much of a better place.
Yes.
Right? It also makes your client feel like
You care.
Yeah, you care. I was
That's
going to say
exactly
something
it.
else, but yeah, you care. Like, you give a shit.
We're unleashed, so go ahead, drop the
I know,
bomb.
I
It's good.
know. It's like HBO. I can cuss.
Yes, you can. It's okay.
But yeah, I think it just gives them a better idea of, number one, you know your areas. Number two, you care about what they care about. And number three, you can see what they care about and say, I know you think you want to live in XYZ, but let me show you these two areas that check your boxes off. Let's go drive it. Let's see the houses. Let's get the vibe. And oh, by the way, it's in a 10 school district. Oh, by the way, you have a Whole Foods and a Sprouts, because I see from your workout where you work out. You know what I mean? Like, it's all those things. It's kind of like online dating.
Yes.
Like, what is your parameter?
Yes.
And tell me what those are, and then we'll find it for you in an exciting, fun way.
Yes. I love that. I love that. And then once you do all that and you premeditate it, they're going to be like, whoa. Like, you are an expert. Like, I can't believe you thought of all these things beforehand. And then it elevates just like the awareness of our industry.
Yes.
Because that's the worst. Like, when I bought this house, like, you know, whatever. I know some people like to talk. I'm not really a talker. I'm more of like a just doer, hence the construction of the house right now. And I told the agent, and I don't want to drop any names. It's a local team, maybe off air, we'll talk about it. Local team, they do a good job as far as like volume. And I told the agent and I told the title rep, and title kind of talk a little bit, but I told the agent, like, we're going to do all these things. I'm super excited. You know, and he said like I can't wait, super excited, see what you do, like, ghost me. All I get,
Come by to see what you've done.
all I get is the most interesting postcard in the world. I'm like, what is this postcard?
That comes out. Yeah.
Exactly. And so like, and he's in the industry, and I even did like a little event when I first came out here because I wanted to like kind of like start breaking the market. Like,
Come do your housewarming event 30 days later.
no, didn't get on the podcast, didn't do the housewarming, nothing.
This is what is so exciting. I'm going to flip the script on you.
Yeah.
Because there's so many shitty agents out there. I know that sounds
We're
terrible.
just calling you out.
And people, I mean, I'm just like, you make 3%.
Yes.
You make a shit ton of money for
Yes.
what we do. Do the work.
The deeper you go, I feel like
Crazy.
individually, like there's so much more to have happen. Like I'll give you an example. Like I get it. So being a CEO of like a marketing company, you know, it gets a little harder when you're at like 500 clients. Okay. I'm just going to keep it real. So then you have to hire a whole department just for the customer success, like, you know, rate and check-ins and meet. But if you're an agent, like, you know, you could go pretty deep because like you said, I want to work with like your mom, your dad, your cousins, your uncles, like your friends of friends, your other neighbors, whatever. And doing what you just said, 30 days out, housewarming, that's dope.
It not only makes your client feel like you, again, give a shit, because you should, right? Like I end up being friends with all my clients. So not everyone wants a housewarming 30 days later. You know,
whatever.
My more senior clients are like, they're not coming in my house, but they want
What?
us to
You
come
don't know.
by, right?
Yeah.
Like I go by at Thanksgiving and I bring a pie, and I bring my son because I'm trying to groom him to get into this industry.
I love it.
I'm like, I want to see, I know it's only been 30 days. You guys probably aren't even unpacked. You get to these people's houses and they're like, not are we unpacked. The backyard's been done. Please come in my office and see how I put my collection of swords up, or whatever their thing is, right?
Yeah.
They feel good about you caring.
Yes.
And when you do that, you learn them so much better.
Yeah.
And they learn you, and they want to give you their friends.
Yes.
Because they know you care. So that is what I'm talking about. Transactional versus relational, right? There are these coaching companies, one that calls me all the time. I'm like, sorry, I'm a Buffini. I'm relational. I'm not transactional. Yes, I want to do lots of transactions.
Of course.
But I would rather do first-time home buyers who care about you and what you have done for them and appreciate you than just do a bunch of multi-million, I just banked. You know, I'd love to make 7 figures, and that is a goal, and I will get there. But
yeah, of course.
I want to make a difference. You know what I mean? Like,
100%.
I want to feel like I made a difference in someone's life. And I still have a client that every year around the time he bought his house, it almost makes me want to cry. He will text me and be like, I'm just thinking about you and how you changed my life, because I would never have a house if it wasn't for you.
Wow.
Yeah, he worked for like Shamrock, and he was a truck driver, and it's hard to do income on truck drivers. It's not hard. We can do it. It's hard when the employer is like,
truck drivers out there.
Yes.
yeah, a lot of truck drivers that get paid like hourly, and
Mileage,
the mileage is different, and their per diem, and not every lender can do it because they don't have the background in how to make it work.
Yeah.
But you have to be persistent and consistent about, you got to call, you got to be super nice to that HR rep, and you have to make them get vested in the employee to write that verification of income on the form to make it work.
Okay.
And he had someone else, and they were like, yeah, it doesn't work. You don't make enough money. I'm like, you've been there 22 years.
What the?
You make enough money. Your person didn't know how to make it work for you.
Wow.
You know, so because that happened, now I got his parents, and I got a couple other people, because when your client talks to someone else and says, she's a beast, she will make it happen, that is like gold. Not like, call X mortgage, call whatever, go online and get an approval. And those are the connections you want. That's what means more to me than making $40,000 on a deal, and I don't remember the client's name. Like, it's crazy to me when people are like, I don't remember that client's name. I'm like, really? Because you bought a new car with that money you made, or whatever. How do you not remember their name?
Hello? Yeah, like that new bag you got? Really?
Right?
And I think the thing that you just said, which is super powerful, is that once you go deeper, like they're reaching out to you.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? It's one thing where I had a client, and this is back in California, and he was just like, I don't know what it is, but I have the hardest time reaching out to my past clients. I just can't call or text them. I don't know what it is. I have the hardest time. Like, just pick up the phone and just see how they're doing. You know what I'm saying? Then you got to really ask yourself, like, are you in alignment? Is this really what you want to be doing? You probably should be doing something else if you know.
Right.
And then for anyone out there that wanted to do a lot of transactions, good for you, but you've watched Scrooge, haven't you? You know what I'm saying? Do you want not to have friends? Do you want people not to know who you are? You know what I'm saying? Like, cool, you got a Ferrari, but no one cares.
Yeah, I know. I'm like, you're on here completely. Yeah, it always blows my mind. And those agents are like, I get so much business from having this car. I'm like, do you?
Yeah.
It's kind of weird to me. No, what you're getting is, wow, you got paid too much on that deal if you're flexing in a blah, blah, blah. And you're saying, when I got into the industry in lending, kid you not, and I love this car to this day.
Let's go.
I had a 2003 Hyundai Sonata, the model that looked like the Jag.
Okay.
Black on black, fully loaded. It was $17,500.
Okay.
I paid it off, and my partner, when I got into lending, was driving a Range Rover, and he's like, I'm out of town. Drive my Range Rover to your appointments. I'm like, no, I don't want clients to think I'm a douchebag. And he's like, what? It says you're successful. I'm like, no, to me, it makes me feel like I ripped them off and I'm rolling around in this. No offense to anybody who drives the Range Rover. I just don't like to be in the shop all the time, but I'm just saying. I literally, it just wasn't my thing. And I would drive his Range Rover around. I'm like, dude, all I did was drive from gas station to gas station.
Yeah.
This thing is heavy.
Yeah.
So anyway, I mean, I did go from my Hyundai Sonata when I made a first big paycheck.
Okay.
I bought an Audi TT Quattro convertible.
Let's go.
Whoop, whoop.
Let's go.
Lasted 14 months because you literally can fit 24 bottles of water in the trunk. So if you're
Oh my
going on a
God.
trip, I can't come get you to go to the airport because my luggage is right there, right? So anyway, I'm not saying don't like nice things.
Yeah.
I'm just saying like there are ways to do things, and from a tax perspective, there are ways to do things to be smart about your money, and leverage, and do all those things. So anyway, I digress. I'm not talking shit about anybody who drives a Range Rover. I know it's very important to a lot of people. I'm just saying, like, you know, that wasn't an important thing to me.
Yeah, I mean, whatever floats your boat, you know, tickles your fancy. I love cars from the perspective of, you know, car shows and networking. Yes. I think there's some really cool networking opportunities with that. My wife and I have gone to multiple different events, and we went to one just a couple Sundays ago, which then now she has a best friend. Her name's Poonam, and we just met Poonam number 2. And so both Indian, super random. And now she's going to an event this weekend with Poonam number 2 because of the event. But yeah, I could definitely see that. And thinking about cars, the next level, outside of what you wear and then the online, I like and we'll show you after the show, have something that like screams you on the car too.
I saw your truck.
Oh, so you already see. All right.
Of course.
She's like, I've already done all the research here.
No. I looked at your whole page. I mean, we went to your page this morning because I'm like, I know I've seen his truck. It's out in front of his house. Let me see if I can.
Oh, yeah. I had the truck and the GTR. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we researched this stuff.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah,
I love it.
I'm a car person too. I'm just saying. I mean, that was just one side.
Oh, for sure.
When I said to him, I'm like, I come from a very middle class family. My dad was a UPS driver, right? So blue collar, worked his butt off, worked 15 hours a day, 6 days a week, to provide for 4. And I just know the inner dialogue I hear my dad saying, you know, like, don't look at those people because they're in a Mercedes. Like, money was always, an evil thing. And so that's why I always am like, I don't want to be seen like that. Although my girlfriends are like, you're so bougie. I don't know why you think that. I'm like,
you are pretty bougie. I mean,
I'm not bougie. I drive a very average car.
Walking in the door, I would think you'd be driving like a Bentley. Okay, I'm just saying.
I drive a very average car, and I live in my car. I mean, we're just to August.
Okay.
In fact, I bought my car a year ago today. Guess how many miles are on it?
Oof, 30.
24,000.
Okay.
They're close. In 1 year, it's a lot. I mean, you have to be smart about your money, about what you're spending, and you've got to have a tax write-off, right? So when I meet with my tax person quarterly, he's like, you're going to have to buy something more than 80,000 to wash taxes. And that's the reason. It's not because I'm like, oh, I want someone to see me in this, because no one even knows the car I drive. They're like, what is that? What is that?
Well, I like that because nowadays there's a lot of like with the Kias and the Hondas, like there's cars that look like my wife. Her car looks like a freaking Range Rover, but it's just the new Honda Santa Fe, and she wanted a 7-seater, and for 48 grand, you're like winning.
Yes.
$50, 550 miles.
No, it's a smart buy.
Exactly.
I drive the GV80.
There you go.
And I love the car. And I literally, again, drove Mercedes and Audi for 20 years and then got a GV80 and love the hell out of it. People are always like, oh, is that a Bentley?
Is that Genesis?
Yeah, it's Genesis.
Yeah, Genesis is like, you'd be like, what? Like, it's up there with those companies, but people wouldn't know.
Yeah.
Oh, so you're undercover bougie.
A little
That's a good way to put it.
Undercover
I like that.
bougie.
Yeah.
I like
Oh.
to think of it as smart financing and waxing your taxes, but whatever, call it what you want.
Yeah.
Again, I'm just saying, like, there's no way. I was in a new build home the other day, and the sales guy was driving a Bentley. I'm like,
Oh my God.
I just thought it was kind of crazy, and it's like a starter home.
Yeah.
It wasn't like
Yeah.
Toll Brothers high end,
Right.
Yeah,
5
yeah.
million plus. I was like, oh, okay, I see you. Like,
Like-
I was like, did you lease that thing? Because that is a lot of money.
A lot of them do. I was talking to actually Jen's husband. He was talking about that. There's a lot of people he'll like run plates because he's a police officer, and he's like, yeah, so many people live in apartments and just lease a Bentley.
Yep.
It's like, what?
Don't we
What are you
know
trying
it?
to prove?
Yeah, $30,000 millionaire.
Yeah,
That's a
exactly.
millionaire.
Yeah.
And you're just like, why do you have that? And you don't own something that's an asset. We have those conversations.
Appreciating assets.
Yes.
You're speaking my wife's language for
Yes.
sure. She's just like, no. You got to get your house first, have your finances in
Yes.
you know, like there's certain things like where I even it took me 10 years before I even got like my GTR. And that's one of Jen's goals too, before I was like, all right, now is the time, you know? And even now it's like, okay, now it's turning into an asset because I don't drive it much and I have enough cash flow where I'm like, duplex? Like, you know what I'm
Right.
saying? I could
Yes.
sell it and buy a duplex tomorrow if I wanted to.
Yes.
But it's too much fun and I like to inspire kids and I got a whole carbon fiber bumper on the way. So I'm not selling it right now, but
I love
yeah,
it.
you know, and I could even have a nice car and do what you do because I wouldn't want to put the miles on it. I would be like tripping. I'd be like, rock chips, miles. I would have to get something a little less bougie because I would like be all right, like it's nice, you know, it's presents well. Maybe people might not know what it is. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, there's definitely the balance, right? Like,
Yeah.
I don't like to lease because, again, my dad's like, lease, that means you're borrowing the car. That's renting the car. Why would you lease? I'm like, well, you can write it off.
Yes.
But I just like to buy my stuff and keep my stuff and put blingy things on the tires and
Oh, really?
cover the
Yes, she
whole
does.
thing. Yeah. I mean, my car is like dark gray. Like I got a blacked out one initially and I loved it. It was almost paid off. I was going to drive it to the ground. And my tax guy's like, no, you're not. You need to buy another car. And I was like,
shit.
so I just bought the same car in a different color because my husband's like, get the gray. And I don't even love the gray, but I was like, whatever. It's just a car.
Yeah.
It's just a car. But it's nice.
It's nice.
It's nice.
You need like hot pink or something crazy. Like throw a wrap on it, like a rainbow wrap. Like
Oh my gosh.
Pink is always her add-in color.
You
When she
should,
needs
and we'll
something
throw-
to pop. It's always
We'll
hot
throw a
pink.
QR
Yeah.
code for the new site. They scan that shit, then boom. You know what I'm saying? You get leads as you
Maybe
drive.
Something small. There's a balance between like, you
She's
know.
like, no, I'm not going crazy.
And like, yeah.
Okay.
A little bit undercover and just having people refer you business.
Yeah.
Like you got to balance like class and fun, I guess. I think it works for men.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And you probably think it
I
works
could see
for
that.
women. You know what I mean?
Well, I told my sister-in-law, I'm like, hey, you need to get a QR code. We'll build you a landing page. You drive all over the place, and you just do something super simple on their back window, right? So I was like, put it on your back window and could say something like, curious about the market or whatever, right? And then you just scan it just to get more information. You go to a landing page, there's a video, whatever. And then she was at one of our listings, and she's like, showing her car. And it's like, it's a Mercedes SUV, whatever. Mm-hmm. And she got a red one, which is like so off her brand color.
Yeah.
Not only is it red, she like put it on the side of her driver's side window, like almost in the middle. And I haven't said anything yet. And if you're listening to this, I love you, Twinner. I'm just like, what are you doing? Like, why is this sticker in the center of your driver's side window? Like almost like you look over, you can't even see out the window status type of thing. And I'm like, I don't know, I'm OCD. Things have to be perfectly placed and everything else. And my wife's like that too. I mean, you've obviously been in the house. Everything has a purpose. But
I might do that. I might do like a QR code on my back
something
window.
simple
And small where I don't even say what it is. So people are like, what does she do? Because my car is blacked out. You can't even see in it.
Yeah, you could say like, curious, scan this.
Yeah. And
but
then
be
maybe
careful what you
that's the way.
scan, or be careful what you scan. Like just some stupid like. Gotcha.
It's my OnlyFans page. Just kidding.
Oh my God. All right, just turn it X-rated here, okay? Unleashed.
I'm kidding.
Buckle
I'm
up,
the prudest person
boys and girls. But that's, curiosity kills the cat.
No, it does.
It really does.
It does.
That's where I feel like, people in the industry, and you see it all the time, billboard, and it's just like, buy with me, list with me, top 1%. Like, what? Like, no, like, do something fun. Like,
do something fun and that isn't a lie. It's so funny when I see that. I'm like, I'll see that come through on an agent where from the lending side, we have all these reports in the back end, right? That you see someone and they're like, oh yeah, I have 16 listings. I'm going out to shop and, show someone the houses right now. I'm like, why are you lying to me? I don't even care. But then I just pull a report and I'm like, dude, you've sold like 3 houses in 3 years. Come on. Yeah. And now if I dig deeper, it was your family. Like, whatever, just don't lie, right?
Yes.
Why put that on there?
Yes.
Why put top agent? If you are, people know.
Yes.
And no one cares anyway. They just want to know you're going to get them the best deal and meet their needs. They don't care that you're the top 1% in your office of 5.
Yes. I mean, dressing is one thing, but
1% to them.
Yes.
To the client.
To the client. For whatever their need is, you be that top 1%.
You're number one agent, and you don't know it yet. Like something fun.
Fun, totally
be original.
Yeah,
like
something different.
Yes,
we're all about being different. Like a different. I don't know. I learn stuff from people all the time, right? We have these boxes that when we deal with a client, whether you're selling or buying, it is a box that comes to your house, kind of like a pizza box, the size of like a magazine.
Nice.
And it has our branding on it. And when you open it up, it's going to have like a buyer's guide or your CMA telling you what your house is worth. And it's going to have a pair of sunglasses in it, heart sunglasses, and a note that says your future's so bright, you got to wear sunglasses.
Yeah.
Have some logo pins in it.
Yeah.
When we take them out shopping, they're going to have their treat bag for the day that's going to have another pair of sunglasses because we want to drive home the experience, right?
Yes.
It's going to have treats for the day. It's going to have a bag that says home on the side. We want everything to be an experience, not just like, oh yeah, we're going to meet you at that home. I'll meet you at that home you found on Zillow. Like, have a process that makes them feel like, oh, when I did this, we went out and it was like such a cool experience. It wasn't just like we saw 10 homes and that's it, and they don't remember your name next. Like, put things in front of them that obviously they're not going to wear the heart sunglasses with my logo on it forever, but they might have it for a little, and their friends are like, what are these glasses?
They're going to say something.
My realtor gave this to me. That's her logo.
It could be a funny headshot or a selfie in front of the house. But that's the thing. Like, I think that individuals get so caught up in like, oh, the next deal. Oh, I got to pay rent. Oh, I got, whatever it is. They forget that, like, why did you get in the first place? Like, hello, like, let's slow down. Why did you get in the first place? Let's have some fun with it. Let's get focused on the one thing and give the customer experience. And that's why I love when we met, because I was just like, oh my God, like, we like to help with the experience digitally. So buy process to the sell process to the relocation process to the YouTube to the guides to the maps and all the things. And I love that box idea because that just talks, okay, next level, here's your digital and here's your physical.
Yes.
And it gets them excited.
Yeah.
It's like Christmas, right? Here's a gift that comes in the mail and
not expecting it.
Not expecting it because you're just going to get it. And now you open it and it's, oh, I'm looking forward to Friday. We're going out. We're going to go see these. It's something to look forward to.
Yes, I love that.
Present.
You know what you could do too to take it to the next level, and these aren't being used that widely. You could do a digital. It's a postcard you open up, and there's a video in it, and so
I've seen those, but they were super expensive.
But this is what you do. This is what you do. You buy like 100 or 1,000 or whatever, 500, whatever it is, or even less, and you just like you could like plug in the USB, and then you can upload a video, and then like you might have to say like I need that back, but but they open up the box and they open up the card and it's just like personalized video. Hey, Gena here, Lindsey here. We're super excited to have the opportunity to be of service. This is a cool bag. Everything in it's for you, besides this postcard you're listening and watching.
Construct in T-5 minutes.
It's like James Bond 007. But you could do something like that. And then, maybe you give a couple away if you have like a surplus. They aren't cheap, but that would be super cool to enhance. And like we even thought years back, I wanted to have that be a thing. So you could like send out a mailer and they open it up and it's like a video. Yeah. That's super personal and so interesting. But you guys can probably just order bulk and then just have it in there, and then
I could probably go on Alibaba and find something like that.
Oh my God,
because when
for
you
sure.
buy them through our outlets, right? Like
Yeah.
a Vistaprint
Yeah.
or a Canva.
it could be a closing gift.
Well, and that's what I was
Yes.
just going to say. It would be a great here's been your experience throughout the process when we
Yeah.
started, and just kind of captivate all of it.
You know, it'd be
into homes
sick.
where you ended up. This
Yeah.
is-
You know, what'd be sick is if you could do like you put the picture, so when they open it, it's like the picture of them in front of the home,
Yes.
and then they can plug in and put like it could be a photo reel of their families or something. So it could be like
yeah.
on the countertop, and it's just showing pictures of their family in the house, and it could
Yeah.
just be like this thing. Oh, like here's in front of the house. Here's all of our memories in the house, and it's like on the digital card or something like.
No, that is awesome. They love that. When I first started my mortgage business, there was this place in Fountain Hills where you go and you make your own wine, right? And then it stays there in the barrels for months and months, and
Yeah.
then they bottle it. So when I would close, I was like, how am I going to motivate myself to get all these closings done? So I went and bought, I think, like 60 bottles. We made it. And when the appraisal would
that.
come in, I would take the appraisal picture, the picture of the house off the appraisal, or the best picture we could
Yeah.
from the
Yeah.
appraisal. And then I would have those labels printed out. So at closing, they would get the bottle with the picture of their home. And then all my information was on the sticker on the back.
Oh, I love that.
And they never drank it because it was a picture of their house. So it literally just sat on their bar or whatever. And then people would be like, oh my God, is that your house? What is that wine? Oh, it's my lender. And they could turn it around and see my picture, my info. And they're like, wow, that's cool and crazy,
Yeah.
right?
Wow.
Better than giving them like wine glasses or something with my logo
Yeah.
on it.
Right.
And those are going in the trash.
Who cares
Like,
about that? Yeah.
No one. You want something that's kind of,
personal to them.
Yes,
Yes.
personal to them and nondescript that they
Yeah.
would keep and not.
And then it's like New Year's Eve, and they're having a party, and they like can't go to the store because they've already been drinking, and they're like, "Oh, we have that one bottle.
Yeah.
It's yours."
It was
Open it up.
probably- Hopefully it was good and it wasn't like $2 Chuck that's $3 now. You know, it's like,
Sorry for the shitty wine, but you know the thought counts more than the wine.
Totally.
I love that. I love that.
Yeah, so
So check this out. I have a pre-prediction for the future. That was just a little clip. I'll post that on stories. Pre-prediction. Check this out. This is an interesting concept that came over the weekend. So you like have a house and it goes and gets staged. Okay. And typically they say like, take all the pictures down so people can imagine it being their house. Imagine this shit. You have like digital like picture frames, and you put them in strategically like in the on the countertop in different places, because you're talking about someone who's like already scheduled an appointment, right? And you're like, hey, can you send me a couple, or you just go on their social media and pull some of the pictures, and they go in the house and the digital pictures or the family, like
walking
they walk in. Yeah,
I love it, but it's a little creepy.
That is
I'm like,
creepy.
What the? What? Are the cameras here? What the hell's going on? It's
that would
a good
be funny
idea, but
video
it's
though,
a
or
little
something.
crazy.
Maybe that's just a prank video. I don't know, but I thought that is a little out there. It's
funny.
like, can you imagine yourself in this house? Oh my God, you just happen to be on the countertop on the picture. Like,
As you walk in, the Bluetooth connects to the phone, and you have it already ready.
their favorite playlist is playing.
Yeah.
Pictures of their family. They're like, what the?
There is that realtor that in all of their open houses plays Depeche Mode.
Really?
This is back in the day. Yeah, it was like their signature thing. Every open house they had, every event they had, it was Depeche Mode playing. And everyone was like, oh, it's the Depeche Mode realtor.
That's the vibe.
It's the vibe. It's their branding. And
Yeah.
I mean, I remembered it from
Yeah.
20 years ago. But yeah, you got to find what your thing is, right?
I
What
love
your
that.
niche is.
I love that. That's
yeah.
huge. That's huge. Okay. I can't believe it. We've already been talking for an hour. So
Oh my God,
I
I'm
want to.
tired of hearing myself
I know.
talk.
I'm over this.
No, you're not.
I want to.
Not really.
I want to end. Yeah, right. I want to end on like the women empowerment thing. We talked about it all at its beginning, so I want to talk about what you're doing and give a little bit of enlightenment on that before we like do end our show. So I know you both are coming together for this, and what does that look like? And if there's women out there who want to get involved,
Yeah, for sure.
Absolutely.
Forever we've been doing this. Like in 2011, I shut my mortgage company down that I owned.
Okay.
And I was just tired of being like a boss lady, really.
Yeah.
I was just tired of being dressed up. And I moved, dressed up like on the daily. I mean, when I wore heels. Now I wear wedges because I'm old, but whatever. And I moved to the beach and lived
Okay.
on the beach. I went from, 2,600 square feet, 3-car garage to 320 square feet.
Wow.
Right on the beach in
Well,
Manhattan.
tiny home.
Beach. Tinier than a tiny home, like this big. and my where my bed was like the closet. It fit a queen size bed with 12 inches around it. And we called it the Nook because you would just go in there and sleep and then come out. And this was all the ocean right on the front.
Wow.
So what I'm getting to is I went there and I was on some boards, and they make you, when you're on a board, I was on the board of American Heart Association, American Lung Association. They make you sign a contract saying you cannot solicit your other board members for business. And I'm like, why do you think people go on boards? To connect with people at a certain level to make shit happen, right? So after doing that, I was like, I got to make my own thing because you're not going to tell me who I can socialize with.
Oh.
So I came up with the GRG, the Golden Rule Group, because you do unto others that what you want done unto you.
Amen.
It's in the Bible. It's a natural thing. So I created this group in California, and I brought all these women together, and we would meet once a month, and we would do a wine tasting or whatever. And I'd have a special speaker, and we would go around the room and say, hi, I'm Gena. This month I'm looking for 5 people that need help with their credit. Who do you know? And then someone would be like, oh, help my sister. And then the next person would go. So we were helping each other network. And then my girlfriends here in Arizona would be like, why the hell would you go to California and make something like that when you have all the friends here? So then we opened a chapter in Arizona.
Dope.
And we opened a chapter in San Diego. Then people I met on a cruise were in Seattle, and they're like, can we do a chapter? I'm like, sure. So then I would just fly around all month and go to each one of those meetings. We made 4 of them. And that kind of died with COVID. I did a couple meetings then. But we were in business like a decade and gave each other business. And
dope.
It was good. So then when VIP happened and then Lindsey came on and then we started to get this little nucleus group, I would always be like, no, let it just be the girls.
Ooh.
Like, I don't hate men.
Yeah.
No.
At all.
Yeah.
I just love the idea of having us be a group.
Yeah.
I mean, back in the day, the boys go golfing, the boys have their clubs, women aren't involved. That's fine. Now we are just having
our own club.
We have our own club, Women of Upland, which we
Women of-
tried to like figure out a better like acronym or something, but we're just the Women of Upland, you know, whatever. And it's fine.
I love that.
Yeah. It's like, woo!
Yeah, and we make it a point
WOU.
to but we make it a point to support, each other in our businesses.
Yeah.
Yes.
And we like to partner with other women-led businesses.
Yeah.
So, women supporting women. That is what we want to do.
I love that.
I think we have 8 of us currently within our organization that we come together, and we try to do it quarterly, and we'll do events and just a way to give back.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it's very, the whole thing about, women can't work together. They're so catty. They're so this, they're so that. I'm not saying there aren't women like that out there.
Yeah.
But for us, we really, when we see someone coming in and they need something, we want to step up and help them. And it's all about, I feel like when I was in my 20s that I had older women that would always be like, oh, you're going through this, let me help you. Because basically, if you have a lot, give back, right?
100%.
And we've all been in that position where we're really in need. And someone always stepped up for me.
I love that.
Said to me, when you are in the position of giving back, give back. That's all I want from you. I don't want anything back right now. But when you get further along in life, you will be in that position. And that's when you give back. And I feel like at our age, well, I'm older than you, but I am constantly, when I meet someone, I'm constantly like, oh, I know someone that can help you with that. My husband's like, you can't help the world. Stop it. Like, he'll just see me looking at somebody. He's like, nope. You're not getting out of the car. You're not going to offer to take that person somewhere. You're not going to. I'm like, why not? I'm running behind. He's like, no. He's probably going to kill you. Don't do that. And I'm just like,
oh my God.
The whole world is not evil. And he's like, but you trust everyone and you want to help everyone. So I'm working on getting more selective at who I help.
Yeah.
But it like lights me up to help people.
Dude,
Because
I love that.
It changes their life, right? And then they can change someone else's life. So I don't know. I think it's why we're here on the planet.
Me too.
And I think we should be
Me
giving
too.
if we can.
Yeah.
You can't die with all your toys.
No.
alone. So like give out as much sunshine as you can in whatever way you can.
Yes.
And it comes back. You don't do it, so it will come back to you. But it just organically, it's like a boomerang.
It just happens automatically.
If you're being crappy to people, guess what? You're getting it back. Not because, I mean, it's just karma. You give what you get. Period. End of story. Just be a kind person. It's not hard.
Yes, I love that. I'm right there with you. I think that's a beautiful way to end the show, because it's definitely how we started to the ending. And then it's so true. And that's why we do the podcast, and we started this in COVID, and it's we want to connect more than we want to be like, hey, we're a great marketing company, sign up for our services. Let's connect. Yes. I wanted to connect. Jen had other modems. You signed up first, whatever, she wins. So you're still here. We all win now. You're on the podcast now. So I absolutely love that. And when we do end our show, we like to just leave a golden nugget, which obviously there's tons of golden nuggets, but in the camera, is there something that, and you could both do it, is there something that you want to leave with the viewers and listeners that could take from today? Nice bow tie on the show as we end. It could be a quote, could be a book, could be a saying, whatever it is. What do you want them to know?
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Just the golden rule. Go out there and be a great person to everyone you meet, and that will come back to you. And we want to make a difference in people's lives. So if you are struggling because you had a foreclosure or your credit got jacked up for whatever reason, just know that bad things happen to good people, and having your credit dunk is like breaking your arm. So if you break your arm and you never get it set, it's never going to heal right? So talk to the people that can help you set the arm so it heals right. That's just my little metaphor. But we can help you get back on the right track with credit, set you up to buy, and get you into a home, because really that is what's going to change not only your life, but your entire family, and give you generational wealth. You just need the education and the tools, and that's us.
Yeah, we can help you with that.
Yeah.
And I would just say, always keep your eyes open for opportunities.
Yes.
It may not be exactly the way you think it's going to go, but don't shy away from it. So.
Yes. Run into it and think this is our new thing we're thinking. Everything is huge, right? And you get so much on your plate, but don't think about how you can do it. Think who, not how. Mm-hmm. Look at a problem and say, I would really love to do this, and then search out who can do that for you, because you can't be everywhere all of the time. And you can have all these people doing all these things as long as you meet them and you gel, right? There's a lot of people who can do things for you, but if you don't like them, they don't like you, just save yourself. But if you like the people, they will help your world get better. Yeah. That's just how it is.
Let's go. Gena, Lindsey, thank you both so much for being on the show today. This has been an absolute pleasure.
The pleasure's all ours.
Hour and 10 minutes like that. Jen, you're amazing as always. Thanks so much for doing the behind the scenes production of the podcast.
Yay, Jen.
Let's go. And of course, thank you, our viewers, our listeners. We hope that you can take just one thing to apply your business, have more massive success. Thank you for watching today's episode of Real Estate First Technology Unleashed. Thanks for Liftoff Agent for sponsoring the editors behind the scenes. Go Philippines team. And we'll see you all on the next one.